Okay. Alright, we're recording. I'm about to do a reaction to Sean's video that just came out called Chase. I've already watched the video. I'm gonna dissect it while I'm watching it and give my personal opinions. I'm probably not right. I don't know if I'm right. This is just what I think. So we're gonna jump into this shit. Should be interesting. I've already seen it, so I know some shit. So let's get into this shit. Alright. I've said shit a lot. Okay. So, this right here, already gonna pause. This is an eviction notice. Not even necessarily an eviction notice, but it's a notice to vacate, which is basically the same thing as an eviction notice. Now, I don't know if this is a house or if this is an apartment. If this is a house, okay, I understand why it might come from the sheriff's department. But if this is an apartment, if this is Chase's apartment, which makes more sense, to be honest, then why would it come from the sheriff's department? Unless he did something wrong and he has to vacate because of that. Like, maybe they have to do some kind of investigation or something in the fucking apartment, which would only happen if someone goes missing or someone's dead, which I'm going to get into that in a minute. So that's why I'm kind of confused as why this is a sheriff's department notice and not just like a letter from the landlord or like an email or something like that of an eviction notice. Unless, I don't know how this eviction notice even works. Maybe they have to go to the sheriff's department to be able to evict somebody? I don't know. Let's continue. Okay, so that's Chase's car. Full of garbage. Assuming that he is just either really depressed and doesn't know how to clean his car, or that he's just, I don't know. It gets a message from somebody. Who's it from? Unless he's just checking the time, or maybe he's just checking his phone for something else, but he checks his phone. That's important. He either got a message from somebody, or again, he's just checking it for checking's sake. He's definitely stressed out, you can tell. The dude has fucking whiskey in his fucking glove department. Like, dude. Does he live in his car? Like, I don't understand. Okay, that's Auntie. That is fucking Auntie. And you know how I know that's Auntie? Because in the next few frames, he goes from like a neutral kind of expression to a very angry expression, and I'll point it out when I see it. Right there. And if you listen carefully, you can also hear a slight glitch noise. I'll play it again. Just one more time if you can hear it. Yeah, right there, you hear glitch noise. That's Stacy and a kid. I'm almost 100% certain that's Stacy and a kid. It has to be. I don't know why else he'd have a picture of a random woman and a child in his apartment. That's Stacy and his kid. That's officially what they look like, canonically, apparently. So, cool. We got some info about what they look like. Look, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, my sad dad. Oh. Alright. Another thing we're gonna note here. These mountains. What side of the road does he drive his car on? He's coming from this way, so he's driving his car on the right side of the road. Okay, so he's definitely not in London or Brighton. Obviously, he recorded this in LA, so that makes sense anyway. But he could still technically drive on the other side of the road. It looks like it's a barren road. It doesn't look like anybody was coming. So even for the shot, I'm sure he could have waited till there was no cars and drove on the other side of the road just to prove that this was in Brighton instead of LA. So this takes place in LA. I'm just pointing that out right now so you can see where this is going in a minute. See, he drives on this side of the road. If this was in Brighton or London, it would be on the other side of the road. It's a double line, so yeah, it's definitely a one-way road. Or two-way road, but like, you know, you go one way, you go the other way. There's one lane, I guess is what I'm trying to say. These are all mountains, very, very common in the California, LA region. There's a whole mountain with the word Hollywood on it. I'm not seeing any distinguishable signs or anything besides, like, yeah. Okay, now he's in a forest. I love this whole, like, it's almost like a weird mirror, like a, what do you call that? The fishbowl effect? Which is like another thing my boyfriend brought up, was that it might be like a dream. But I don't think it's a dream because of what happens after this. That's where he's got the screenshots from. And I'm gonna point something out to you in a minute. After this is done, because I didn't point it out in my previous post. So he's in the woods, he's walking around, it's still like a fishbowl effect. There's a creek. This is the middle of the woods, by the way. This isn't anywhere public. This is literally the middle of the fucking woods. Alright. See that right there? Those rocks? You might think that's just a bunch of rocks, but it's not just a bunch of rocks. And you're about to see why, and why my LA comment a minute ago was so relevant. Okay, first of all, that dirt right there is dug. I mean, it's obviously been covered by leaves, but it's freshly, it's been dug recently. You can tell, otherwise there'd be leaves all around it. Secondly, he puts his picture there. Why would he do that? Did one of the kids build the fucking rock structure? Maybe. But somebody else pointed out that it could be a grave, which I completely agree with. So maybe the kid and Stacy are dead. That could very well be possible. That Stacy and the kid are dead. And if they're dead, my next question is, and they're buried here, why are they buried here? Was it in their will that they want to be buried in the woods or something? Because if that's the case, then okay, fine. But normally burials take place in cemeteries, like actual cemeteries, especially if it's in LA, which, assuming because of the car thing, that it wasn't on the other side of the road, that it was on the right side of the road when you're driving, you know, towards where you're going. He's in LA. This is in LA. So why, if this is in LA, is a grave out in the middle of the woods? My answer to that question is because something happened to the kids that the public does not know about. Either A, they've been killed, B, they went missing, the body, like he found the body or something of that nature. That's why they're buried out here. Because the police don't know about it and the public doesn't know about it. Otherwise, they'd probably be buried in a fucking cemetery, unless, of course, it's in their will that they want to be buried out here. I don't know if people make wills at that age. I doubt they even have a will. But I don't know. I could be just, you know, spouting off bullshit right now. But as far as I know, they're killed, and nobody knows about it besides Chase and the person who killed them. Unless it was Chase who killed them. So that's very apparent. Now, this right here, this fucking screenshot, that right there, doesn't that look like a bullet? I don't know if you actually can see my cursor. I just realized you might not be able to see my cursor. Right next to his ear, that little flicker of light right there, that looks like a bullet. People have speculated that maybe it's just a sun ray, but it literally looks like a bullet. Is that foreshadowing to him maybe committing suicide later? Or maybe he's already dead and he's having this, like, this afterlife kind of, like, thing going on? I don't know. But there's a bullet there. It's definitely a bullet. Or at least it looks like one. And now it's gone. Maybe it was the sun. Don't know. Could be the sun just making a fucking weird thing. Okay, this is where things get interesting. Okay, he's sitting on a rock. My boyfriend speculated that he was asleep during all this. This entire thing was a dream. If that's true, what happens next wouldn't make much sense because of the way he appears next. So you'll see what I mean. Well, No. Go see a therapist, Chase. Don't drink yourself into fucking stupor. Okay. That. Right there. He's fucking teleported. Now, I have a theory. Because he teleported, and it's evening. It's evening now. Before a minute ago, you saw it was pretty much bright daylight out. The sky is blue, the sun's still up. It's still daylight. All of this takes place during bright daylight. Now this could be just because, you know, Sean forgot to edit it so it still looks like daytime, or because my running theory right now is that he traveled through time. Which to me makes a lot of sense. Especially if you look at the background, how much darker it is up there. Look at the sky. It's darker. It's definitely more towards the evening. So this happens later, or maybe even the day before, or maybe a few days before. This happens in a different timeline. He literally teleported. And before you say he was dreaming, he's standing upright in a parking lot. And it looks like, from what I can tell, it kind of looks like a hospital. I could be just reaching here, but let me just... I don't see anything else that can confirm this is a hospital, but it looks like kind of like a hospital. He doesn't know what's going on, so this isn't something he's done before. He keeps looking at his hands, looking at himself, looking around. He doesn't know what's happening. So this isn't something he usually is able to do. So that being said, I think he somehow, maybe his regret from what happened, maybe he killed his kids and he regrets it. Maybe Auntie made him kill his kids and he regrets the whole thing. Maybe he got drunk and killed his kids. Or kid and wife. I don't know if he has multiple at this point because there was only one in the picture, but whatever the case, I think he time traveled back in time, which is fucking crazy. So, zoom out, he's just looking around. What does that say up there? It's a sign there. I think it's just no parking anytime or something. These are all California cars. Again, solidify the fact that this is in LA and not right. And that just ends. It's just over. So, eviction notice. Why? From the sheriff's department. The grave. Why in the middle of the woods? The auntie in the car. The point where he just goes, like, angry. That's crazy. That's a really cool detail. And the little glitch sound effect, that was cool too. And then him being in the woods, the grave, and then him drinking on the rock. And all of a sudden he's transported to the roof of this building that looks kind of like a hospital. And it's later, or maybe it's even earlier, a different day during the evening, we don't know. So, he's traveling through time, and shit's happening. Something's happening. I think he's gonna get a chance to redeem himself, and maybe save what's going to happen from happening. Why he's teleported at a hospital, maybe it might not be a hospital. Why he's teleported to that location, I'm not sure. Something's going to happen, and I'm really excited to see what it is because that was awesome. Let me know what you guys think, my theories in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. It's gonna be great. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and have fun. Bye.